Alright, so we're on YouTube live stream right now. We got a special guest in the building. Music producer. He goes by Vic on the Beat. We got Vic on the line. Vic, what's going on, bro?
Yo, what's good, man? What's good?
Chilling, bro. So how's 2019 been for you so far?
Bro, it's been a blessing, honestly. Like, a lot of big records coming. Some radio playing that too.
Oh, so you got some big placements coming up?
Not extremely big, but there's some that I could, you know what, they're big in my book.
Yeah,
where, you know, the artists just have a big enough following. I could be like, you know what, it is a placement. It's not like signed artists or anything like that, but they have a crazy fan base that I know once the record drops and the album drops, it's going to be a successful record, you know what I'm saying? So.
Nah, yeah, most definitely. I mean, it's a start, you know what I'm saying? That's dope. That's dope. So Vic, I'm gonna just start from the beginning. Just let the people know, you know, how long you've been making beats and what really got you into, you know, music.
Yeah, so I go by the name of Vic on the Beat.
Vic on the Beat.
I'm from I'm from Bridgeport, Connecticut.
Okay,
so
shout out to Bridgeport, Connecticut.
Yeah, a lot of talent right now coming from my city. A lot of talent coming from my city. So it's gonna be a great year for my city, hopefully, as long as everything goes through right. I've been producing since I was like maybe 8 or 9, possibly 10. I was in school for about like a year and some change on Reason 5. I learned everything there, and then I was just mixing between DAWs from like Reason, FL, Pro Tools, and like I think Ableton too. And then FL was like the best, where I could just master everything on FL. It was extremely easy, and it was just probably like the best DAW overall for everything.
Word up. FL.
Yeah.
So Vic, what version you use on FL?
Right now I'm using 20.
20?
But for the OGs out there, I started on 9. But my golden like production workflow was like on 11. 11's always been the best FL studio in my opinion. But right now I'm rocking 20.
Yeah, word. Nah, there's a lot of producers, you know what I'm saying? They still using 11. A lot of them don't want to, you know, make that change yet.
Yeah, I found personally, like, going from 11 to 20, my workflow has gotten extremely more efficient. Just because on 20, for me, everything is more visual, and I'm a visual kind of person, so I need to be able to see all my patterns and tracks and everything laid out, and I know what is which by what channel and stuff, so that's why I like 20 more now, but 11 always will be my little baby.
Yeah, 11's the OG right there. So Vic, I seen you work with LilTjay, Slim Jesus, Freddagodson. So can you talk a little bit about, you know, how you got those placements and how you built those relationships with those artists?
Yeah, definitely. So LilTjay, this was back in probably May, July of last year. His manager, his name is Jay, I believe it is. He hit me up, and he was liking some of my records and some of my beats or whatever. So this is before TJ blew up. TJ probably had at least like 5-6K followers on Instagram. Before you know, all his records came out. But you know, one day I was at work. He called me. He was like, "Yo, I got this dude named TJ. You ever heard of him?" I was like, "Nah." He was like, "Yo, he's gonna be a big thing with this record coming out. You know, but you got a record with him." Cool. I was like, "All right, bet." You know, I was just like, whatever. It's no, you know, whatever. It is what it is. Come to find out, I hear the record. It's a great record. As of right now, it's still unreleased because there was some issues with some business side or whatever that hopefully is going to get taken care of. From what I hear, there is like 3 or 4 other records as well. Like, I was on FaceTime with him. We was just talking about it.
So he let you hear the record like over the phone on FaceTime?
Yeah, and I have the record too. I have the record, so
okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, but I leak it from time. I don't leak it, but like, you know, I play it on my Instagram from time to time just so everyone knows, like, you know, this is kind of what I'm up to. But until everything is fully done, you know, the song probably won't release. Well, it'll release, but hopefully, you know what I'm saying, they probably got, since now that he blew up or whatever, I don't know, whatever lineup they got now. Yeah. But that was really dope because I got to see kind of how everything worked out, how everything was really, like, how everything just panned out, where one moment, like 1 month he was at 5K followers and me and him was just chatting or whatever, and then the next month Brothers came out, and that's kind of what blew him up with, you know, he's probably like 10, 15 mil, 20 mil on YouTube right now with that record.
That's
so
crazy.
That's
crazy.
You know, yeah, it's crazy because I was there to be able to see everything happen and hear it, and you know what I'm saying, you know, like props to him. You know, he did everything extremely quick. You know, and he's still going up now. So it's only up for him. Freddagodson was another one just because like that was something I used to listen to with the old school Jada Kiss, Cassidy kind of, Joel Ortiz kind of era, and it was like
bars right there.
Like, yeah, exactly. It was like Papi Gordo. That was like, you know what I'm saying? I was like, damn, that was a good one. Shout out to my boy Tone, ThatBoiiTone. You know, he plugged me in.
Shout out
with
to
Fred.
Tone. Okay, ThatBoiiTone. So you also did some work with him as well, right?
Yeah. Right now, I think we got Grind Mode 2. I'm probably executive producing that record. I did I Need It by him as well. That's probably one of his biggest records right now. Going a little over like 15, almost 20K on SoundCloud, I believe. Or overall, all social platforms and stuff. Man, I work right now with a lot of 845s artists. You know, shout out to Naija Chanel. I did a dancehall record for her called Do It Like That.
Oh,
Nice. Actually got placed on 105.1. So you know that got some radio play too. So it's yeah, man. This past like 7 months has been a really good good, you know, portion of my career. Just because now I'm really starting to see workflow. Like it's actual records coming out. It's not a lot of just stuff that I have in like a throwaway folder or whatever. It's actual records coming out. So that's
definitely. So you've been busy. You know what I'm saying? You've been working. I mean that's dope, bro. So do you have a like a studio you work out of, or you mainly, you know, just cook up at the crib?
Yeah. So I have like my, you know, regular bullshit like home studio or whatever, but then there's times where I go to sessions, you know, link up with artists in my city or whatever the case may be. Like I've been to Newburgh once already. Shout out to Retreat Studios, yo. They literally like one of the best studios I've been to in a while. All the artists up there, working with them, getting a lot of stuff for the summer and for the whole year, getting everything lined up. So I do a mixture of both.
Oh, that's dope, bro. So what's your day-to-day like? So do you make a certain amount of beats a day, or do you take breaks, or you just on a constant grind non-stop every day? What is that like?
It's tough because like right now I'm working full time, but you know, at night when I'm home, I'm up, I'm chilling, you know what I'm saying, I'm looking at what's going on in the music industry, because music is always changing, so you always got to be on top of that no matter what.
That's a fact.
Hit up my boy Dizzy Banco. Shout out to him, bro. He was like a mentor to me. He taught me a lot, especially these last like year or so. I collaborate a lot. I love collaborations, bro. Like that's one of the big things that anybody either starting up or whatever. Like I'm no big name, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But any advice, anything at all to anybody like wanting to start making, producing, whatever the case may be, is like always collaborate, because that's always gonna be like the best way to get your name, your brand, because now the person you're working with has their name on the record too. So.
Right now, most definitely, and that's what it's came to. Like, you know, a lot of producers are collabing. That way, they both getting their names out there, and now you get that producer's fans, and now he got your fans, and you know what I'm saying. And you never know, y'all could create like a big hit, and then, you know what I'm saying, just split it down 50-50. So.
Definitely, everything is networking, bro. Everything in this game is networking. It's who you know, how your relationship is with that person, and just, you know what I'm saying, just you gotta just eat off of that.
That's a fact.
You gotta be able to just continue work with. And it's not like, for example, I don't charge for collabs. I hate producers who be like charging for collabs.
Yeah,
Like, I
that's
get it,
crazy.
you
You
want
know
to
what I'm
make a
saying?
quick buck, but you know what I'm saying. It's like, yeah, you can make a quick buck or whatever, but that's when you get paid for something, you don't do it with like, you know what I'm saying. I feel like people don't do it with that heart. You know what I'm saying? That it's just like, all right, I just made a quick buck. Let me just send this over real quick and bullshit this loop or whatever. Send it to him, throw some effects, and send it to this and this. You know, that's it. Like, it's not like that.
Nah, word. I see exactly what you're saying, bro. Like, it's not no interest in it. You just pay the money, then it's like they get paid, so they feel like they don't gotta, you know what I'm saying, put they all into the beat. They could do whatever, you know what I'm saying, send it back. But on another note, Vic, like, what I was gonna say, so I see you got this BeatStars page. Can you talk about how long you've been on BeatStars? And why did you like join?
I kind of jumped around. Before, I used to actually sell beats by hand. And what I mean by that is like get a CD full of beats and just sell it as a mixtape type thing. Back in, like, I was in like middle school, beginning high school type days. You sell it to anybody who's willing to buy, who was able to listen to it, whether it be an artist or just someone I knew that wanted to support, you know, do it that way. And then when this whole like streaming and BeatStars, Airbit, Track Train, all that kind of wave came on, I hopped on all of them. I tried them all out. I was on Track Train for a bit. I didn't really like it. I was on Airbit. I didn't really like Airbit. I found BeatStars to be like the best overall, where it's easy to understand, easy to upload tracks and do this and do that in a bulk basis. Just because, like, you're not going to be uploading, you know, take 2 hours to upload a beat at a time. You want to be able to upload like 50 or 60, you know what I'm saying, in just one shot and get everything done real quick. So that way you can start selling and making some money off of them.
Nah, that's a fact. I definitely, you know, I fuck with BeatStars as well. I heard Airbit was alright too, you know what I'm saying? I got a couple, you know, homies that's on there, but I never really,
Airbit's dope. It was just like, I feel like Airbit's whole, like, the way it was organized and the way it looked wasn't aesthetically pleasing to where I was like, you know what, like, I know how to do this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? It was more of a process to be able to upload, and, you know, there was a lot of HTML stuff to bring over that little player to your website and stuff like that. So, nah, BeatStars was just, everything is here. Buy a domain, put your website or whatever, and boom, that's it. It's basically done for you.
Yeah, that's dope. Now, do you upload all your beats? So, because I see you only have like 10 joints on here. So you just upload certain ones and the rest you just keep them in a stash, or?
Yeah, so I just, like, what you're looking at now, I finished, like, basically wiping out a whole category of records, which a lot of people say not to do because, you know what I'm saying, people will go on that and it's always about a first impression. But it was like, I kind of wanted to start fresh, being a new year, and upload stuff that is, like, current, because, like, one of my styles was just, like, a really gritty New York kind of style, and at this point right now in music, that's not really what's popping. It's about the bounce. It's about, you know, how hard your 808s and drums hit, how, you know, if you're trying to get records placed at a club or whatever the case may be. So right now it wasn't that big New York bar kind of genre right now, so I had to step away from that and do a lot of things, going back to collabs. That's why I linked up with Dizzy, because Dizzy is so well rounded in everything. You know, he'll be the one to tell me, yo, take this lead, this, or do that and do this. So that way you get kind of the feel that's coming out right now, because people are only going to buy what's coming out now.
Facts,
you know, they're not going to buy what's, you got to keep up with the trend. So that's why I kind of wiped out everything I had. So, you know, I'm going to start fresh, because everything I'm going to put up is going to be new content that is up to the trend right now. So
nah, got you. So Vic, so how are you with like drum kits? Do you like purchase a lot of drum kits, or you just find them online? Are you a big drum kit type of person? Do you need to have like a big library full of different, you know, sounds?
Yeah, so honestly, I have 2 laptops with like maybe 600-700 gigs for like all that stuff, and I probably only use like maybe 3 or 4 kits. at maximum.
That's crazy.
Just because, yeah, it's crazy. Like another thing too was like when you're in this game is you can't solely depend on placements. You can't depend on beat sales, exclusive rights and stuff, because that's a whole bunch of paperwork. But you're also giving away a lot of that liberty. That's why I love leasing so much. You can sell one beat and lease it like 1,000 times. You know what I'm saying? So
facts.
It's always multiple streams of income you have to have. So I used to sell kits and VSTs and stuff like that. So it was like I had that for that purpose, and it was dope because it was like, all right, I have all these sounds, but then it was like not dope because everyone I'm selling to also has the same exact sounds. So taking those sounds, manipulating them, creating my own sounds out of it, and then, like I said, I only have like 4, maybe 5 max kits that I use, just because of the drums are like extremely hard, and yeah, that's basically it.
Nah, dope. I got you. I get what you're saying. So what VSTs you like fucking with in 2019? Like, what's your top dogs, if you could say the top ones?
So top Contact 6, 100%. That's like my number one go-to. Contact, Omni, of course. Omni's always been an extreme MVP. And if I had to choose a third, it'd probably be like, honestly, Citrus from FL.
Citrus?
Like yeah, Citrus is wavy.
Is that like a stock plugin, or you gotta purchase that one?
Nah, it's a stock plugin that comes with FL.
Stock. Oh, okay.
And it's like fire just because you're able to do so much with that one wavelength and sound. It's crazy.
Dope. Yeah. Word. So Vic, I see like you post a lot, on your IG, whatever. How important would you say is like branding when it comes to like social media? Should you post every day?
That is a must. Like I say, you should be able to post at least 1 to like 4 times a day, just because the way the Instagram algorithm works. Like you post a picture, and only about like 20, I think, % it is that is gonna actually see that post until you start getting likes, comments, all of that stuff. And the Instagram algorithm just takes its way and it just shows everybody else. So it's always, and I actually caught myself doing it a couple of days ago where I was just on someone's Instagram, and the first 6 pictures I saw were like real professional pictures. Everything was edited, nice, crisp, clean pictures. And I was like, yo, these pictures are dope. Let me just follow them. And I was like, wait, I got to reanalyze how I do my page and how I do all my branding, because what I just did to someone is what I want someone to do to my page. You know what I'm saying? So,
Right. Got you. So you try to make it look professional, try to upload, quality content. You know what I'm saying? I get what you're saying. So, bro, I wanted to ask you about this project that you put out on Spotify, Victorious, Vic on the Beat.
Oh yeah, so beat tape, Victorious.
Talk about that beat tape.
Yeah, it was probably one of my best beat tapes so far. On the 19th, I'm dropping Victorious 2, and then a week after that, I'm dropping Baby Tapes, which is another beat tape that I'm doing. And honestly, man, I think V2 is gonna top it off, just because like I put so much more energy and so much more time into this piece, just because I wanted to. Victorious was like, all right, I'm gonna get a whole bunch of stuff that I got. I'm gonna put it on a playlist, and I'm just gonna basically release it without any promotion. I have some promotion that's gonna be starting up soon. I got a lot of other producers and stuff that are gonna be on it. I got a lot of more potential artists as well that are gonna be on it. Just waiting on some final masters and stuff like that to come through. But it's basically done. I think it's gonna be a good beat tape, honestly.
Dope. So you on the grind, man. That's what's up.
Yeah, bro. Like I said, it's just, you gotta, every single day, you just gotta continue working, mastering your craft, perfecting it, finding other ways to do certain things that people aren't doing. Go left instead of going right, and just keep pushing, because it's not easy. You just gotta keep going.
Most definitely, most definitely. So what do you do when you have like creative blocks where it's like you can't come up with nothing dope and you just like stuck?
I go to collabs, like, strictly. Just because, yeah, because I'll be like, yo, this, or my boy DJ FMCT, or anybody that I know could, like, send me a melody that I can, like, lay off or layer up or whatever. I'll be like, yo, send me something, just because I need to get that spark back, and I need to get it back fast. Because if I go into a block, I hit a block. You know what I'm saying? Like, I won't make something like a week, 2 weeks, take a crazy break. And I at this point, I can't do that. You know, there's another record actually that me and Dizzy Banko did off Vina Love's project called Drip.
Okay.
And that record honestly is probably gonna be one of my biggest records, just because of all the like hype around it. And you know, she actually performed it at SOBs a couple weeks ago, and it was like a success. Yeah, it was crazy. A band played it and everything, and it was like, it was a key moment in my career so far, because I always wanted to have a band play like off a beat that I did, or that me and Dizzy did, that a beat in general that I was a part of. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's crazy.
It was a crazy experience to hear a live band recreate something that you helped make. So it's a crazy experience.
Nah, most def, Vic. So what else I want to ask you? So what do you think about like sampling versus non-sampling? Do you sample a lot, or do you try to?
Hell yeah, I love sampling.
Yeah, me too, bro. Me too.
Sampling is crazy, bro. Like, sampling was the reason I honestly started producing, just because, like, my household, it was really, really, really Spanish. I'm Colombian and Puerto Rican, so
shout out.
I say like 95% of my childhood was just listening to Spanish music, just because I didn't even know about really the Biggie or the Big Pun until my stepdad came into my life. I was like 13, you know what I'm saying? I didn't hear hip hop for nothing. It was strictly like, when I started producing, I wanted to become an R&B producer. I was like, yo, I'm gonna be a producer for The Weeknd, for R. Kelly. Like, I'm gonna just be strictly R&B. And then after that, it was like EDM, and I was a real big EDM head. And then after that, it was like I turned to this Brazilian music called baile de funk, which is like their twerk music, basically, in Brazil. And I started infusing a lot of that, and that's when I finally learned about hip hop and truly learned like how it's structured, like the drum patterns, all of that stuff. And I just started mixing them together. And especially then bringing over like salsa, merengue, bachata, all those kind of Spanish tropical genres of music, and bringing it with hip hop, and bringing it with all these different kind of sounds, and mixing it with the baile de funk, and mixing it. So I was mixing so many cultures, bro, that it was like one of the best times in my career so far, because that's when I had the most fun. I didn't care about perfecting my craft. I didn't care about the business.
Bro. You should put like a tape out with those beats.
I wanted to do.
Those beats that you mix, that's dope, man.
Yeah, and it was something that it was like, you know what, I'm having fun with this. No one's gonna buy it, so I don't care. And like, it was crazy because I said that to myself, and people were actually buying some of those records because they were extremely different. Nothing had came out, and honestly, not that much has come out in that kind of genre, in that fusion, since then. You know, so I wasn't even thinking about bringing that back and bringing a different vibe to hip hop, and at least something that I could bring and be like, you know what, I started doing this, and it was something that's kind of original to myself.
Word, got you, bro, got you. Nah, that's dope, that's real dope. So Vic, another thing I wanted to ask you, so you currently sell merch, like you sell t-shirts, or that was just something you was doing for a little while?
Yeah, I was doing it for a little bit. Just because I was like, I went to school as well for like a little bit of graphic design. So I was testing like that water out to see how it would work. It did work for a bit, but I personally stopped myself because I wanted to focus more on the music aspect. And then once I was well stable and grounded as I put my foot on a neck type thing, and then I can start, you know what I'm saying, branching out into other kinds of ideas and stuff like that.
Got you. Now, Vic, man, just want to thank you for being on the show, man. You got any
Thank you,
last
bro.
words?
Appreciate it.
Any last words you want to say before we get out of here to the people? And let them know where they could, follow you on your social media.
Yeah, definitely. At Vic on the Beat, so VICONTHEBEAT. Last thing too, no, I did not make Money Man changes. A funny story with that. Shout out Figures made it. Shout out Vic on the Beat as well.
Okay.
There's two of us. It's crazy. He's Vic on the Beat, THA, and I'm THE. That's my bro though.
Crazy.
We linked up. He produced Money Man changes. All props goes to him. I always get this. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta throw it out now. Maybe a shout out to him.
So y'all both got like the same name, or y'all just spell it different?
Yeah, so it's VICON. I'm THE.
Okay.
B, and then he's THA. So it's a little spelled differently, but at the same time, it's all love. That's bro. We got some collabs too, so it's gonna be funny to see two Vic on the beats on the same beat. But it's all laughs and joke whenever we talk about it.
Oh nah, that is crazy, but that's dope. And he's from the same area you from, or he's from a different?
I think he's from New York, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not 100%, but me and him, we cook it up, whatever. But yeah, this year's gonna be an amazing year. There's a lot of surprise projects I'm gonna be on. There's a lot of stuff I'm working on. So shout out Busy Banco, shout out Omar Grand, Beat Menace. They're like my biggest inspiration, my biggest mentors. So
yeah, they definitely fire, man. Beat Menace definitely fire.
So,
shit.
Menace is a menace, bro.
Word up.
He's different.
I mean, you getting there, bro. You on the grind. You networking. You doing all the right things. So you know what I'm saying. You putting out that energy out there for 2019. And I'm gonna definitely stay tuned. Check out your stuff. You know what I'm saying. We'll stay in contact. If you want to collab on some joints. You know what I'm saying. You already know, bro.
That was good.
Let's get in. Thank you again, bro, for being on the show.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
All right, salute. Alright, there you go. So we just got off the phone with Vic. Make sure y'all follow him. Viconthebeat.com. He's working on some heat. Definitely got some hot joints. And you already know, man. Stay tuned. Gonna be dropping some more interviews. We out.